Hardy, Badr, Hardy, Badr, Hardy,
It's a bad boy.
Badr, Hardy, Badr, Hardy, Badr.
Oh, it's a bad boy.
Hardy.
To believe that he's back, but is only disappointed. Will he finally come through with the goods here tonight? Given a crack at the Major League once again, and taking on Badr in his return. This one could be an absolute classic. Michael Chavello, Mike Kogan with you, Badr and Alexey Ighashov.
I'm getting goosebumps here.
Ighashov, who has been without sparring any top heavyweights over in New Zealand. Look for that step-through right hand where he brings the rear foot to the front and fires the right cross on full extension to the jawline. We all know the knockout power that Badr possesses in his punches. Body shot from Badr, swings upstairs. Most pundits believe that Badr will go for the knockout in the first round. And Alexey needs to be able to draw Badr into deep water, taking him to the second, indeed into the third round. There's a body shot from Alexey Ighashov. He's a beautiful counter fighter, Iggy. Always has been. And he looked to pull the head down with the Muay Thai clinch there, the Ighashov, former world Muay Thai champion.
Beautiful head work there, a head movement there from Ighashov. Did you see that? He slipped like 3 punches.
Nice evasion again, just weaves underneath the left hook and goes back to center ring.
Hey, maybe Ighashov is serious about coming back to K1 circuit. I mean, this is a tall order to come back for your first serious fight and you're facing Badr. That's not an easy task.
They haven't given Ighashov any gifts, and I agree with not giving him any gifts. The disappointment he's been in recent years, throwing him into the deep end, so to speak, against the former world's heavyweight champion. And so far, Iggy doing a good job. Half a round down. Badr keeping his guard up very high. He knows the knockout power that Ighashov possesses. The memories no doubt flashing back from 2003 and that right cross that dropped him in Amsterdam. A lot of respect here between these two men. Ighashov realising what a fighter Badr has become since their last contest 7 years ago. That Badr is bigger now. Badr is more powerful now. There's a quick right hand from Hari. Ighashov yet to really swing the legs. There will be more boxing preferred in this contest. I'm told that's what he's been working predominantly in New Zealand.
I believe he is yet to throw a kick. Has he thrown a kick yet?
It's been all handiwork from Iggy. There's an inside thigh kick. Throws the right hand and Badr looks to counter. 20 seconds remaining, an intriguing contest here in the first round. Look at the respect here. Look at the caution here. It's not the usual. Comes blazing Badr. He tries to seal the round now. And there it is. We go to the towels. Mike, this is really interesting.
This is becoming a competitive fight. I mean, Ignashov's head movement is very, very impressive. I mean, Badr's landed some heavy leather here in some of them, but you know, that last barrage, I mean, if he wouldn't have moved his head around, he would have knocked him out.
Let me say something else, though, Mike, about Alexey Ighashov. He has never been knocked out. That is a fact. He has faced the big fighters, the big punchers, like, you know, Ustinov, who is tearing up the boxing scene at the moment, Max Skelton, Semi Schilt, who he's fought twice, having knocked out Semi once. You know, he has never been knocked out in his career. It takes a lot to knock out Alexey Ighashov. That said, in several fights in recent times, he's been a bit of a punching bag. The thing is, you can stand there and take a heavy knock from Badr, but can you fight back? That's the question on Iggy here tonight. First round, all three judges 10-9 in favour of Badr.
And rightfully so. I mean, Badr was the aggressor. I think just the mere fact that Ighashov got out of the first round is pretty impressive for us at this point. Now we'll see if he can mount any kind of an offense.
This is where Ighashov wanted to be, at least in the second round. The question was always going to be, could he get out of the first? There's that beautiful lean-back evasion on the lead through ground kick.
That was a fast roundhouse.
Ighashov, the hands turned out, as you see. That's a Muay Thai stance. Muay Thai fighters usually hold their guard like that to catch the round kicks on the forearm and also to catch elbows. Of course, elbows not permitted under K1 rules. Badr goes to the body, Iggy ties him up, and it's Badr who gets the takedown, interestingly. Just a show of strength in the clinch. Badr himself a former Muay Thai fighter. Ighashov is very loose on that lead leg. He'll bounce up and down the balls of his feet. So he can do that. Throw the inside thigh kick. You see he stepped off to his right, Badr cut off the ring, and then Iggy just went for a little bit of a run, reset himself.
He threw a nice body shot there with a back leg.
I like the control we're seeing here from Badr Hari. He tags him with a left hand, and again, Iggy uses some footwork to get out of dodge. Half a round down.
Little rope-a-dope action there.
Iggy trying to pull the head down. Badr still showing more control than an episode of Get Smart with 1 minute 20 remaining here in the second. You wonder what may have been in the final of the Grand Prix last December had Badr shown this control against Semi-Shield.
Well, but Semi-Shield was a lot more active than Ighashov is here. Ighashov is obviously trying to counter off Badr's punches, but so far he's proven to get him 10-9 down, and he's probably 10-9 down in this round as well.
And the thing is that Mike Passamir has schooled up Badr on the counter-fighting abilities of Alexey Ighashov. That's why Badr is a little reluctant to continually come in. Oh, Ighashov gets tagged in the red corner. And that is a rare sight indeed. Ighashov dropped here in the second round. Half a minute remaining. First knockdown of the fight goes to Badr Hari. And look at Badr's guard glued to his forehead. Ighashov's going to get a move on here. He can no longer afford to play a counter-attacking game. It's time for Iggy to go on the offense.
If he wants to win this fight, yes. He has one round to basically knock out Badr Hari, or he's going to lose this fight.
Front kick, how taste my feet, says Badr Hari. 2 rounds down, 1 remaining. That's Badr's round. Unfortunately, Mike, we are seeing what we have seen from Iggy time and time again in recent years, just not doing anything, promising so much coming in, not delivering.
Giving up. You can tell.
I wouldn't say giving up, just not doing anything, Mike, not doing enough, not putting the foot down and saying, hey, I've got to take this one by the nads and go for it.
Well, that's giving up. I mean, I'm sorry, you can name it whatever you want, but if a fighter knows that he's down and he's not putting any efforts to try and advance and win the fight, then he's given up on it.
The only way that Ighashov can win this now is to knock out Hari. It is 2017 on all 3 judges' scorecards. If Hari is going to lose this, he'll be his own undoing by getting over-eager and trying to finish the fight in the third round.
All Badr has to do is just continue doing what he did in round 1 and 2. It's a perfect formula. It's working beautifully for him. You know, so yeah, you're right. Unless he does anything other than what he's been doing, he should just cruise right into a victory.
Now it is time for Ighashov to be put to the test. Once the most feared fighter in the Muay Thai heavyweight division, once a true wrecking ball of K1, he begged K1 for a return to the major league. His wish has been granted here tonight. So far, he has not capitalized. Front kick from Hari, drives the foot into the midsection and puts Iggy on his backside. The timing of Hari is sweet tonight. Ighashov on the outside here. but still wanting Hari to come to him. And Hari doesn't continue forward. He stops and resets. Smart tactics here from Badr Hari.
And very composed. I mean, we're halfway through the third round, and Badr has yet to, you know, do what he wants to do and just go balls to the wall and try to knock him out. You're right. He attacks, stops, resets, starts again.
One of the smartest fights we've seen from Badr Hari. Now time is really the enemy of Alexey Ighashov. Ighashov sitting back here. He's got to throw down. Leads out with the right hand, but no follow through. Where are the leg kicks from Ighashov?
It's up to Ighashov to turn this fight into a brawl and try to draw out Badr Hari and start to roll with him, because if he just does this, then he's going to lose this fight.
You see the chopping leg kick from Ighashov. When he gets tagged with a right hand, and Badr goes for a high right round kick, and Iggy just picks him off with a one-time front kick. 40 seconds remaining for Ighashov to do something here. He's got to swing the pendulum. Front kick from Hari off the back leg. Now 25 seconds remaining. We haven't seen Ighashov use a step-through right hand. We haven't seen him go for the fake low right round kick and then a right hand switch right uppercut.
I guess when Badr told you he's got a few tricks up his
Look at this! No, look at this! Ighashov saying to Badr, come on, man, come forward. But Ighashov's the one that should have come forward.
Well,
he just wanted to play a counter-attacking game, and smartly, Badr Hari did not engage.
And maybe that's the trick up his sleeve that he was talking about, and that's the most composed we've seen Badr in probably the last 6 or 7 of his fights. Absolutely 100% composed.
Badr Hari refused to engage in a counter-fighting game. He did not allow Ighashov to work his counter-fighting. He outbeat and outthought Ighashov. And really, Ignashov's only game plan, Mike, he was relying on Badr's trademark ferocity, and that's what Badr did not do, and that's why he became unstuck. 30-26 first judge for Hari. Second judge 30-26. Third judge 30-26. All one-way traffic, and at the end of the day, Badr Hari makes it look terribly easy. He took Alexey out of his comfort zone. He'd studied the footage of Alexey. He knew that Alexey is a supreme counter fighter, so he did not go bananas on him. He did not open up like a house of fire like we usually see from Badr Hari.
Very, very smart fight for Badr Hari. I mean, just beautifully executed technique to the T.
And Mike, the question that really does beg here and confounds me, does Alexey Ighashov have any form of offensive game? I don't think we saw him go on the offense once throughout that entire fight.
No, he didn't. And like I said, because most likely, as you stated, his game plan was, okay, let's draw Badr into a brawl and then use the counter and try to expose that chin that some fighters have been able to expose.
And you saw that frustration in the final 20 seconds. You saw it. You saw Alexey scream, come on! And Badr smiled at him and said, no, son, I've got your measure.
Exactly.